History is full of secrets buried deep beneath the surface, forgotten files, abandoned labs, and recordings that feel like they should never have existed. But among all these whispers of the past, one particular case continues to haunt researchers, skeptics, and believers alike. It's known as the Oracle tape. It's the story of a single, unmarked VHS cassette, almost lost to time. Yet, hidden within its magnetic memory lay something truly impossible, a voice that seemed to know the future. Our story begins in 1997, deep inside a sealed wing of the University of Cambridge's Neuroscience Department. The building was being cleared out for demolition. A janitor named Daniel Rowe was cataloguing leftover equipment when he stumbled upon a plain cardboard box tucked away behind a row of broken computer monitors. Inside were stacks of old data reels, dusty notes, and one single VHS tape. It had a small piece of masking tape on it, with just 2 words scrawled in pen, Oracle_1. Curiosity got the better of him. Daniel found one of the old lab players, plugged it in, and inserted the mysterious tape. For the first few seconds, there was only static, that faint, familiar hum of analog noise. But then a voice began to speak. It was cold. It sounded human, and yet not quite human. It said, September. The towers will fall. The sky will burn under freedom's flag. Daniel froze. He looked at the date on the recording label again, 1997. It made no sense. The towers hadn't fallen yet. That event was still for years away. The rest of the tape was no less disturbing. The voice continued in a strange, monotone rhythm, almost mechanical, as it predicted one future event after another. A black wave will sweep across nations. A virus without mercy. Men will give their souls to machines. The signal will awaken before the question is asked. At first, Daniel thought it had to be a hoax, some kind of elaborate student project, or maybe a strange piece of performance art. But when technicians were later brought in to analyze the tape, they found something truly terrifying. The magnetic signature of the recording, the very physical imprint on the tape, was dated conclusively to before 1998. There were no edits, no signs of post-processing. It was, against all odds, authentic. Quietly, a small group of researchers began an internal investigation, trying to uncover the origins of this impossible recording. Digging through the building's archived files, they discovered the name Dr. Eliza Harrington. She was a neuroscientist and a controversial pioneer in a field she called quantum cognition. Eliza held a radical belief that the human mind could, under certain conditions, perceive fragments of time non-linearly. She theorized that consciousness could essentially echo backward through the fabric of reality via quantum entanglement. Her last journal entry was chilling. It read, "The machine speaks when silence is expected. The signal answers before the question is asked." A week after writing that, she vanished. There was no record of her resignation, no trace of travel. She was just gone. When the faculty was questioned, most dismissed her as eccentric, even unstable. But those who had worked closely with her remembered her strange experiments involving white noise, EEG synchronization, and a concept she called the memory loop. The theory that emerged from her notes was shocking. Eliza believed that electromagnetic recordings could capture data not from the past, but from the future. In essence, she thought she could record tomorrow. For years, the story faded into obscurity, a weird footnote in the university's history. That is, until 2012, when a short video surfaced anonymously on a deep web forum. It was titled Oracle_1_fragment. The visuals were a mess of corrupted data, but the audio was identical to the original tape Daniel Rowe had discovered all those years ago. But this new file had something extra. The uploader had included a new, cryptic message at the very end of the file. It said, "If you're hearing this, the cycle has begun again. Cyber investigators managed to trace the upload to a single account, located only a few kilometers from Cambridge. The account was registered under the name Harrington. But just hours after posting the file, the user disappeared. Their profile was wiped clean, the IP address erased from existence. By 2015, online communities dedicated to strange phenomena began to dissect the Oracle tape. They discovered hidden patterns within the audio spectrum of the recording. When the audio was converted into a spectrogram, strange images appeared within the static geometric shapes, what looked like coordinates, and cryptic Latin words like premonitio, which means the warning. One of these coordinates led to a network of abandoned tunnels beneath the original university lab site. When a team of urban explorers investigated, they found remnants of old servers, piles of burnt notes, and a second, smaller cassette tape. This one was labeled Oracle_2. This time, the voice on the tape was even more distorted. It sounded almost like two people speaking at the same time, one male and one female, their voices overlapping. The final line of this second tape was even more direct and somehow more personal. It said, "You are hearing this because you were meant to," then complete silence. By now, the story of the Oracle tape had grown into a full-blown legend, debated across Reddit threads, conspiracy channels, and even quiet academic conferences. Some believed it was an early experiment in artificial intelligence, a primitive version of predictive models that somehow generated these uncannily accurate prophecies. Others argued it was a sophisticated hoax, expertly designed to manipulate fear and uncertainty during the rise of the internet age. But a few believed something much deeper was at play. They claimed that Dr. Eliza Harrington had actually succeeded in her experiment not by predicting the future, but by listening to it. One fringe theory suggested that the human mind might act as a natural receiver for quantum information that already exists outside of our linear perception of time. If consciousness could subconsciously record fragments of future data, then perhaps the Oracle tape wasn't predicting events at all, it was merely playing them back. But this raises a truly terrifying question. If the tape contained knowledge of events yet to come, what about the events *HASN revealed yet? In one decrypted portion of Oracle_2, an unlisted section mentioned the year 2031. It was followed by a strange line that analysts have struggled to translate with any certainty. It reads, "The era of silence will begin when men stop asking questions. Today, the original tapes, both Oracle_1 and Oracle_2, remain missing." Daniel Rowe, the janitor who found the first one, vanished without a trace in 2005 after giving a single, anonymous interview to a BBC radio producer. His last known communication was a voicemail left for a colleague. It said, "The tape was never a message. It was a mirror." Since then, several copies have allegedly surfaced online, all of them corrupted, all incomplete. And yet, strange coincidences persist. New world events seem to align with the old, garbled predictions. Fresh audio snippets appear on obscure forums with seemingly impossible accuracy before vanishing again. So, what was the Oracle tape? A brilliant hoax? A lost scientific experiment that went too far? Or something that completely defies our understanding of reality? Whatever the answer, it forces us to face an uncomfortable idea that time might not flow forward in the way we think it does. That maybe we don't see the future, because maybe we're already living inside it. You are hearing this because you were meant to. Thank you so much for joining me down this rabbit hole. If you enjoy exploring mysteries like this, be sure to hit that subscribe button and turn on notifications so you don't miss our next investigation. Until next time, stay curious.